Welcome back to another episode of Mojo-Synthesis, everyone. I'm Tony.
I'm Dwayne.
Hey, today we're coming at you with some rap, and man, we got something big, I guess we can say today. Who you got?
We got the Notorious B.I.G. in a building.
All right.
You heard?
I heard, and I'm about to hear, and I'm pretty excited. So, all right, here we go. Notorious B.I.G. coming at you.
Is you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it on.
I'm ready to hear it.
Pager be at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawning, now I'm yawning, wipe the cold out my eye, see who's this paging me and why, it's my nigga Pop from the barber shop, told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intricate plot of niggas wanna stick.
Alright, so I've heard him before. I couldn't name a song if you asked me to. Mm-hmm. In fact, I only think there's one song that I've ever really heard, and if it's this one, I might recognize it, but I really like his voice. Like, yeah, very, very deep. It's, to me, it's like he's very instantaneously recognizable. Right away.
Right.
Even for me, and I don't know. What do I know? I don't know.
Another top fiver, arguably in a lot of people's top five. You can debate, you can argue with like the top lyricists in the game. They will say that he's a great rapper, probably the top 5 rapper, but you argue with the average fan that's a hip-hop fan, that's a hip-hop fanatic and an addict of the music and the lyricism and the flow and the cadences is. Ooh, that's not a word. But they said that B.I.G. is probably their number one.
All right.
Let's get into it.
There we go.
Me like fly paper, neighbor. Slow down, love, please chill, drop the paper. Remember them niggas from the hill up in Brownsville that you roll dice with? Bloods that got nice with? Yeah, my nigga Fame up in Prospect. Nah, them my niggas, nah, love with them. They school me to some niggas that you knew from back when you was clocking minor figures. Now they heard you blowing up like nitro. When they wanna stick the knife through your windpipe slow. So, thank Fame for warning me, cause now I'm warning you. I got the Mac, nigga, tell me what you gonna do. Niggas wanna stick me for my paper. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my paper. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my paper. They heard about the Rolexes and the Lexus with the Texas license plates out of state. They heard about the pounds you got down in Georgetown, and they heard you got half of Virginia locked down.
So, yeah, this is pretty cool. This is good. I'm liking this. So that's Puffy in there.
Right.
So tell me about that collaboration.
That collab started. A couple of people in NYC heard Biggie on the corner rapping, and they want to do something with him. And he was like, there was a whole bunch of DJs that didn't know what to do with him. So DJ Clark Kent, who's a popular DJ in NYC, I believe he's out of Brooklyn as well, that founded part of the people that founded Big Daddy Kane. Mm-hmm. The lineage it went from Clark Kent to a couple other DJs, and again, because of his voice and because of his style and his suave, you know what I'm saying, a demeanor, a big dude, they said, you know what, let's take him to Diddy. Let's see what Diddy can do with him. So that's actually, he was the second artist on that label.
Really?
First it was Craig Mack, then it was Diddy. Then Diddy went on to get like other R&B major artists, as we're gonna get into a little bit in a breakdown.
Okay, but they found him he was rapping on the corner. Yeah,
he was a battle rapper.
Okay.
And he was again a charismatic big fella.
Right.
So a lot of people loved that. So he had a debut song on a couple of movie soundtracks that was like hitting. So, you know what I'm saying, it's one of the songs called Party and Bullshit. So Big, you know what I'm saying, went on to start doing a lot of stuff in the industry early.
Right.
A lot of people knew who he was early.
Cool. Am I a charismatic big fella?
You're a charismatic dude, man.
Right.
Big dudes, Heavy D, Rock. I'm a Husky. He a Husky. I'm very charismatic too. You heard?
Right back in.
They even heard about the crib you bought your mom up Florida, the fifth corridor, called the coroner. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war got the And I feed them gunpowder so they can devour the criminals. Trying to drop my decimals, damn. Niggas wanna stick me for my cream, and it ain't a dream. Things ain't always what it seems. It's the ones that smoke blunts with ya. See your picture. Come and get ya. Bet your Biggie won't slip. I got the calico with the black talons loaded in the clip, so I can rip through the ligaments. Put the fuckers in the bad predicament. Where all the foul niggas went. Touch my cheddar, feel my beretta. Fuckers better duck. I bring pain, blood stains on what remains of his jacket. He had a gun, he should have packed it, cocked it. Extra clips in my pocket, so I can reload and explode on your asshole. I fuck around and get hardcore. C4 to your door, no beef, no more, nigga. Feel the rough, scandalous. All weed smoke, I put.
Yeah, I know we're gonna go into lyrics. C4 to your door, beef no more. That is the best line I've heard yet, folks, from any song my boy D has played me so far. That is awesome.
And his flow, like again, most of and he's sort of like Jay-Z. He has a gift to memorize things that's in his head without writing them down. So you see how his flow is.
Yeah.
Like it's back to back.
Right.
But it's smooth and it's slow. Whereas if he was freestyling, he could go flow when you want to go, when you get the window. You know what I'm saying? You see how his cadence is?
Wow.
So it's perfect for his style.
That was awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
More dangerous. I don't give a fuck about you or your weak crew. What you gonna do when Big Papa come for you? I'm not running, nigga. I bust my gun in. Hold on, I hear somebody coming.
Scarface scene.
Yeah. That's what it reminds me of. We got some cinematic action. Sorry you guys aren't watching that right now. We are. It's a movie. All right, man. That was not the song that I've heard from him, but this is way better actually. Yeah, I was digging that.
That's
that was
awesome. That's one of the illest phone conversations that you can have, Duke.
Right.
Like they realize it was a phone conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they on a phone literally having a conversation about who's betraying him, and the other cat telling him who's betraying him. So they're going back and forth. So he's lowering he created another character with his voice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To create this other style. You know what I'm saying? So that's before its time. That came out in 1994. The illest phone conversation.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, it came out in 1994. Which makes it also the video and the movie, and the video is a movie and it goes along with the song.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so you touched on he was rapping on the street corners, and Puffy picked him up. Tell me, what else can you tell me about his progression, where he went, prior to that, what he was doing?
Well, he was known as a street dude, hustler. He was well known in his community in Brooklyn. Everybody around there knew who he was, and they said that he had a talent. His faces, like his OGs, didn't really want him to partake in the street activity. It's like, nah, you got something else going for yourself. You know what I'm saying? The fly thing is, his mom's is an English teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's Jamaican descent. So a lot of, like we're gonna talk about later on as well, a lot of Caribbean descended people that's descended from the Caribbean that are influential in the hip hop industry, that have sort of ill styles that they picked up from the Caribbean and brought it to rap. There's a lot of people that are Caribbean, because of the flows, you can hear the certain cadences that they will play around with.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't someone else you played for me? Wasn't Kanye's mother a teacher too?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Right. So Big was one of those kids that his mom made him write.
Okay.
She made him do homework. He couldn't go outside until he did his homework. and he was a very smart kid, an A student. Most of those kids that had those type of parents were straight A students. So he was a writer. So he was a poet.
Yeah.
So him being a poet was easy for him to memorize his rhymes and memorize his the stuff, the style that he wanted to portray.
Okay.
So he had a little squad called the Junior Mafia, which consisted of one of the top tier female artists, Lil Kim, one of his right hand man, Lil C's, and other various dudes that was in the industry that was kind of like their little homies, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Big also rolled with Tupac a little bit, rolled with Jay-Z. He did a lot of stuff with Hov. He did a lot of stuff with Tupac in their early careers. And remember, they both, like him and Tupac died very early. They died in like mid-20s. They were way ahead of their time. With the styles that they had given to the world at that early age, they were like 23, 24 years old, man. Yeah. So that was a lot.
Yeah, that's... You know, it's a real shame that, I mean, I can name tons of metal artists. He can name tons of hip hop and rap artists that have all left too soon. I'll address some on the metal side eventually. And the story's always the same on what they delivered on at such a young age. Right. And it's like, where would it have gone? And when that gets squashed so early, other people are just going to try to pick up on it, but they didn't create it, so they can't. You know what I mean? Yeah. It didn't generate from them, so they could learn and try and pick it up, but it's not the guys that invented it or came up with it and really blew up with it. So it's shame. Yeah, it's anyway, but I'm sure there's more stuff. I don't want to give everything on Notorious B.I.G. today because
Big was married to a North girl too, man. Faith Evans, R&B singer from North Grumman Avenue.
All right, cool. All right, folks, we're gonna break down some lyrics coming up next.
Bars. All right, we about to break down the bars.
Nice.
Is you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready. I can't wait till he hits that line in there that I talked about before, because I'm going to freak out all over again. All right. What you got?
Who gets this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning while I'm yawning. Yo. Could you imagine him in the studio performing this song to the beat, right? He gave an actual time. Who paging me at 5:46 in the morning? Come on, son, 5:46 in the morning? And you're looking at this pager? Like, that is so freaking visual right there. To have that concept already.
Paint the picture in your mind,
so
right?
So the album came out in 94. Now, that song probably was done in 93, maybe 92. Or he could have did it on the spot. But that song came out on the album in 94. So he had that he predestined that bar right there. That's heavy right there. Am I excited?
I like when he's excited.
Then he said, it's my nigga Pop from the barbershop. Told me he's in the gamer spot. I heard he had an intricate plot. Some people want to sit me like fly paper neighbor. Slow down, Lord, please chill, drop the caper. Like he's telling him, all right, bro, hold up, slow down, what's going on? Drop it, relax. You gotta relax. Then he said, word? Niggas trying to get me for my paper? Damn. Niggas trying to get me for my paper? Damn. They trying to get me for my paper? You supposed to be my peoples. Come on, sir, you gonna switch on me? It can't be him. It can't be who you talking about. Then he heard about the then he kind of going on like the material things that he said he had. They heard about the Rolexes and the Lexus and the Texas license plate from out of state. They heard about the pounds that you got from out of Georgetown. And they said that they heard about all the material things that you got, so we want to come and get it. Because everybody know, they say that Brooklyn is a town that rob a lot of people. I ain't make it up. They said you go to PK, you gonna get stuck up. I'm not sure about that. I'm from North, B.
I got to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Please no one think that I'm stupid. Stick me for my paper. What does that mean?
That's money.
I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure.
And that's my sister Cicely. That was one of her favorite. That's one of her favorite songs of Biggie. That's one of her favorite songs of Biggie. R.I.P. Cicely. Yeah, that was one of her favorite songs. So that's another reason this song right here was kind of had some sentimental value to me, because me and Cicely used to always go over this song, and I wasn't even the biggest Biggie fan, but that album for me was incredible. I remember Will Smith, when his album came out, said that this album right here should be played in colleges as a lecture.
Nice.
For people to understand how the inner city works. Then for people to break down lyricism, for people to break down production, and for people to understand how life is in the inner city ghetto by listening to this album. Because this album talks about depression, it talks about suicide, it talks about alcoholism, it talks about partying, it talks about having fun, and it talks about the regular street life that you kind of witness in the inner city growing up. So this album was very heavy. Again, it came out in '94. So getting back to some of the bars, then he's talking about how he won't slip. I got the calico and the black talons loaded in the clip, so I can rip through the ligaments, put the fuckers in a bad predicament where all the falcons went. So now he's like, you foul? You wildin'? Like, I got that calico for you. If you playing that street life, I got it for you. The calico is a very unattractive gun. I've seen one before live. It's not pretty out here. So he's again giving you a description of the rap lyricism, and it's a movie. You can see everything in your head. He made it so simplistic that it's so easy for you to break it down and see it in your head. That's a good lyricist right there.
I want to say, just based off what you just said, that since we've been doing this a couple months now, but what I've noticed is the lyrics do that.
Right.
Because I've gone through afterwards, I've read through them, and yeah, it just paints a picture in my mind. I mean, these guys can write, and it's really cool. I like it. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I just
touch my cheddar, fill my Beretta, buck. What I hit you with, you motherfuckers better duck. I bring pain, blood stains of what remains of his jacket. He had a gun, he should have packed it, cocked it. Extra clips in my pocket, so I can reload and explode on your assholes. Do you hear the cadence and the flow and those small lines? And it was so intricate, whereas it's so simplistic that because he could have been a complex rapper. There's a lot of complex rappers in the city of Brooklyn, whereas they teach the whole knowledge of self styles. Where we get into some of the rappers that kick the knowledge of self styles, but I want to bring many different styles for Tony to kind of hear. But everything that I be like, everybody's not a top 5 that I'm gonna play, and everybody's not the most popular that I'm gonna play. But I'm gonna play some stuff that opens up the eyes and opens up the brain as well.
It's about learning.
Yes, sir. So I'm trying to get to the line that Tony likes.
Yes.
Man, come on, motherfucker. Man, I'm coming as fast as I can. Just bring your motherfucking ass on. Come on, as we're getting close to you, huh? Right over here. What the hell's the line at?
It's all right. You start over. I'll fix it. It's right here.
I fuck around and get the hardcore. C4 to your door. No beef, no more.
Yes!
Woo!
Man, I just see it. The package. Oh, boom!
Feel the rough scandalous, the weed more, the more meat I smoke, I puff, the more dangerous. And I ain't give a fuck about you, boy. You recruit what you gonna do when Big Papa come for you. I'm not running, nigga, bless my gun and hold on, I hear somebody coming. Whew! Damn! Again, top tier lyricism, top tier cadence, the flow, immaculate. Like the lyricism that he displayed was a movie. Like again, Slick Rick is one of those rappers that came with the early storytelling, to whereas a lot of rappers wanted to storytell. To whereas now every writer that you hear now had to tell a story. So Biggie was one of those other people that carried that torch, the storytelling, to make a movie with lyricism.
That's cool, man. That's good stuff. I really enjoyed this one. I look forward to hearing this one again. But then hearing more from the man himself. So, awesome. Anything else you want to tell me about Notorious B.I.G. today? Because I'm sure we're going to do more.
We got some more for B.I.G. later on.
All right.
Let's save some.
Well, that sounds good to me. All right, folks. We are Mojo-Synthesis. I'm Tony.
I'm Dwayne.
Hey, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.